Okay, I'm Ben Surdy, and today we're going to be doing an experiment on oxidation. So what oxidation is just how it works on your car or metal with rust. This is a bottle cap. There it is, all the rust. It's going to work the exact same with fruit such as apples. It'll be really clear for us to see with the apples. So for this experiment, pretty much what you're going to need is you're going to need a kitchen knife, a paintbrush, or you can just sprinkle everything on, a couple plates, obviously the apple, and then you're gonna need just a few different things. They're all acidic. So right here we have a Monster soda will work. Here's kombucha, a little bit more tang to it, some lime juice, and here's the big kicker. This is straight vinegar right here. So pretty much what we're gonna be doing is just opening up the apple, making slices, and then we're gonna see which one does the best. So the way oxidation works is just how in a car, when you have the iron and it being exposed out in the open to water and oxygen, the oxygen takes away electrons from the iron, and that's the oxidation. And then it starts to rust over, getting all gross. And in the same way with the apple, the skin actually keeps the fruit on the inside away from oxygen. As soon as you cut it open, the oxygen can make contact with it, take away the electrons. And inside the fruit is actually an enzyme called polyphenol oxidase, can also be called PPO. So the oxygen takes the electrons away from that PPO enzyme, which is what makes it, give it that brown color, make it not so fun to eat. So we're just gonna start it up here. There's the apple. Not too worried about this table. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just want to do a couple corners. I'm just gonna do smaller pieces so it's pretty easy to see. And there are pieces. So as you can see, they're pretty white because they just got exposed to the oxygen. So I'm gonna make one more as a base group. I'm not gonna touch it at all. We're just gonna leave that one. So I'm gonna put that one right here. Actually, I'm gonna put that one right here next to this vinegar. So that one's not gonna be touched at all. Okay, and then I'm just gonna open all of these, touch it down with the paintbrush, and I'm just gonna lather it on one side, just one side. There it is. And then to the kombucha. I have a feeling the kombucha is gonna do the best besides the vinegar, but we'll see. I'm not too sure. You can smell it just opening it up. It's pretty, not the best. So what happens with the oxidation is it actually requires a specific pH level. So because these are all acids, they really screw with that and the pH level, which slows down the oxidation, doesn't let it work as well, and we'll see that in a bit. Okay, so I got a base there on all of them. Here's the last one. Again, straight vinegar. I'm just gonna spray it a few times. Boom, perfect. So I'm gonna leave that one in the front, right next to the one with nothing on it. Get rid of this apple. And then, so we're gonna come back in about an hour, but I just wanna reiterate that, with fruit and stuff like that, this is why we use cling wrap when we open up a fruit or cut it, because it keeps the oxygen from actually touching the fruit, which is, again, what creates that oxidation, takes out the electron from either the fruit, the PPO enzymes, or in case of metal, the iron or whatever it is. But another example of this is coffee. The reason it's brown is because of oxidation, but that's an oxidation that we actually like. So there's differences between it all, but we're gonna come back in exactly 1 hour from now. Okay, and we're back to look at the apples. So here are all of them. This one was the soda. This one is the kombucha. This one is the lime juice. Right here we have the vinegar. and right here we have the nothing. So in the control group, you can see it's pretty dark. It's not that bad. It hasn't been too long, just a little, almost an hour right now. I'm actually very surprised. The vinegar looks very similar, almost even worse, you could say. It's pretty wrinkly, especially on that underside from the vinegar. Definitely out of these three, here, I'll turn them all over. They all look much better than the controls and the vinegar, which was surprising. I would say the kombucha definitely looks the best, which doesn't surprise me at all considering how acidic it is, with ginger and all that that's in it. The soda actually did pretty well, which I was surprised about. And then the limeade is probably the least effective, which is also surprising. So I wasn't really expecting these results, but it does show that just the experimental variables that come into play. Again, this is an experiment on oxidation. Good way to test it out and just pick a real world application to this. Coming from fruit, either this explains why we use cling wrap and why we don't cut up orange slices of any fruit and just leave it out in the sun. This also explains why your car rusts or anything like that. Yeah, just there's a lot of really important things that oxidation does and that we experience all the time.